Our final supporting energy for the light transmission of it is okay not to be okay is that we are moving through the mirror, the portal of the mirror. And we spoke a little earlier on the call that events in our outer reality, our external world, may be actually reflecting things that are happening in our internal reality to a point where it's almost jarring. And this is the portal of the mirror. This is where we enter the true state of reflection and non judgment. And Spirit says that we see ourselves in the mirror that is made by the events in our lives. It represents the powerful force of the law of attraction, and it reminds us that we are what we attract. And here, Spirit says that this doesn't mean that we blame ourselves for inviting transgressions, such as big picture events like war, that would be a distorted interpretation of this law, that there are certain events which are actually fated to test our faith, but that more often than not, we will find ourselves in webs woven throughout our lives, whether that be our relationships, the opportunities we're experiencing, our desires, our seeming failures or successes. And we can begin to observe how we've responded to life's challenges, great and small. We start to see what's familiar in our present weave, what patterns are challenging us to recognize them and then to fully integrate them into wholeness. And if you ever have a one-on-one reading with myself, you'll know that Spirit will always bring forth weaves from our past to bring them into our present awareness when there is something similar happening in our current moment. So once again, we're encouraged, be aware of what is familiar in the present weave, what pattern or challenges, what pattern is challenging us to recognize it and then to integrate it fully into our awareness. And here we're encouraged to release all judgment about this. So it's very hard, of course, for the smaller self to do that, to kind of be in that space of discernment. But we're encouraged to allow all emotions and all feelings and to see things as they are with love, to honor every part of our story as essential to our highest unfolding. Can we see ourselves as being exactly where we need to be on our path? And do we love what we see in the mirror? Can we see our part in the reactions and motives in our current situations? Spirit says that we will find our answers through thorough and honest self-appraisal. So once again, this need to be in self-reflection, to be honest with ourselves, to be transparent with ourselves and others, to notice when our weave externally is mirroring an inner conflict or an inner experience, because it doesn't always have to be conflict. Our external weave, when we are in joy, will mirror the codes of joy. It is literally a mirror. And so during this charged emotional time, this acceleration towards our destiny, we will be experiencing these high highs and these low lows. We will feel this non-localized anxiety and fear and doubt and worry. And we're encouraged not to personalize that this is actually an opportunity to break free from toxic habits, relationships, and situations. Yes, on the personality, small self level, it's probably causing us immense change and upheaval, but it's also releasing us from any weave that was not fully serving the soul. And once again, Spirit says, accelerating us toward our divine destiny and helping us to let go of what we've outgrown while staying open to the unknown. And that is the key here, to stay in that place of patience and active waiting without fear. And of course, it creeps up on us. We're only human. But we are encouraged that this time is going to allow us some independence that we've never experienced before at the level of soul and probably on the personality level as well. But it will mean breaking free from groupthink. It will mean making our own decisions and attending to our own needs and recognizing that this is a deeply emotional time and that's okay. It is meant to lead us inward. And so once again, we have this acceleration of energies, but they lead ultimately to a reflection and honest appraisal of self and our ability to actually both not only read the weave, but eventually live as the weave itself.